Hey, YouTube, welcome back. So, today I wanted to talk about a couple things. First, I want to thank all of you that attended the Notary Family launch yesterday. Thanks for coming. We had a great time, great giveaways, and just great speakers. We had Matt Miller out in San Francisco and Ronnie Mickle from Notary Stars out in and Unlimited Ink in Arizona speak to us, and we had a great time. So I know this is late getting out, but if you do have interest in joining the Notary family, you can utilize the coupon code up until this evening, 12 Pacific, and you can take advantage of that 50% off coupon. But anyway, so what I really want to talk about besides that is I want to talk about apostille work. And I'm going to tell you that today, or well, this week, I've been bombarded by getting all these, I've been getting all these apostille jobs. So just in the last 2 days, I have had people book on my website apostille jobs. So I had one guy yesterday, 5 documents. I had a couple today. They brought another couple documents. I had another lady send me a document, a couple documents last week that I'm getting translated. Tomorrow, I'm receiving a couple more documents from a guy in Idaho. And then I have another couple coming on Saturday. So all these documents coming together, and so I'm going up to Sacramento tomorrow to drop off a bunch of these documents. Uh, you know, try and get these processed for these people. But it's just amazing. The last few weeks, nothing really. I mean, I have been up to Secretary of State for apostille work, but it's like one document, whatever. And here I just got dumped on. Not complaining at all, just sharing my experience. And really, what is awesome about this is people are booking appointments on my website. Like I just had somebody book an appointment tonight for tomorrow morning for a live scan. They already paid, everything's good to go, perfect. So it does work having that calendar. I just want to do a warning though, if you're not specific on your offerings on your calendars, it might backfire. And I'm telling you that because I had a guy this morning that showed up and I asked him, "Hey, I need your live scan form." He said, "Oh, yeah, it's just a code." And then he says, "Oh, yeah, it's for Florida." I said, "Okay." So if I had known that, I would have said, "Yeah, go find somebody else," which I did today. And I had to refund his money because I didn't do anything. But, you know, I guess I have to I don't want to put that on my website, but, I don't do Florida prints. There are some people here in California that do Florida prints electronically. And I said, the only thing I could do for you is do fingerprints on a FD 258 card. He said, no, he needed to get the electronic ones. I said, okay, well, you're going to have to find somebody. And I think the closest one here is in like Oakland or San Francisco. I think there might be somebody closer to me, but I don't know which ones they are. So anyway, I told him to Google it. But I just want to share that with you that it's coming together as far as that calendar goes. And I met with a new notary family member today, and she's actually in my city. And I was telling her, yeah, do you have your website and so forth? I was just telling her all these things she needs to get going. And not to say that these things all have to happen in one day. It doesn't, because I was telling her I didn't have a calendar on my website. Well, first off, I didn't have a website. I had a website when I first started. It was a web page. It had my picture, a phone number, and a QR code. Okay. And That's all that was there. Okay. And it didn't say anything. It said I was a notary and that's all. Okay. And I was doing loan signing mostly. And so I really didn't need a website because you get business from the signing services or other listing services anyway. But now, so I didn't have a website for 2 years. So then after 2 years, it was slow. And I'm like, I should just build a website. I think I went to the Notary Symposium, which by the way is coming up in November, and you should sign up for that now because she's having a giveaway if you sign up before August 15th for a Raven scanner. So that's just a plug for Laura's event, and it's always awesome. So sign up for that. But what I learned from there is about websites. I think there was a speaker that spoke about adding Apostille service or something to my website. I'm like, okay, so I didn't have a website. And I'm like, okay, there's nothing going on right now. I think it was a January, and like it was pretty slow. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna work on my website. So I just pumped out a website. It took me like a month because I do my own websites, and I actually, it's not just a normal, a normal website where I'm moving elements around and go, okay, it looks great and publish it. It doesn't, my website, I am actually coding the website, and that's why it kind of looks a little bit rough. It's rough compared to, a normal website because I have to do everything myself, and figure it out myself. But the reason why I'm like that is because I want the most control out of what my website can do, and I can add things to it. Like I just added a chat bot. I talked about that to my website. I've added the calendar, and I've actually added in conjunction with the calendar, I added a walkthrough experience so that people can go and schedule. They can click, oh, I want a mobile appointment, and it goes through what county you're in. You pick the county and you go through the thing, and then you get to the right calendar spot, and then you can pay and schedule me. So that kind of thing you can't really do. You can do it, but you're probably going to have to pay somebody to do that. But since I know, enough programming to be dangerous, I can do it myself. So that's why I did that. Came up with my website the way it is. I'm not saying that you want to do that. If you have time or you want to learn that, then do a web page if you want to do it yourself. And then after you do one web page and you're like, okay, I can handle this, then you can put more on a web page, or put more pages on your website. But I wouldn't recommend that for anybody to do. Okay, that's just what I did. So anyway, the point here that I want to bring to your attention is that all these things, they take time. So I had a website, I got a website, and then maybe I did add the calendar from it. I think I used 10to8.com calendar. Didn't see any result from that calendar at all. And actually, I was running some Google ads with that calendar. And every once in a while, I'd after I started using the current calendar that I'm using now, I get an actual request on this calendar. I'm like, how are people booking me on this calendar? I don't have it on my website. And then I finally figured it out. It was on a Google ad, and it was popping up somewhere. And I get somebody from San Jose, an hour from me, an hour and a half from me, booking an appointment. And I'm like, what in the heck? I didn't end up making money off these appointments, but I finally figured it out. So just be careful when you set things up. When you start adding things, you need to make sure you know where you're putting links and so forth, so that things like that don't happen to you. They happen to me. I don't want it to happen to you. Okay, so I can deal with it. If something happens weird like that, but I don't want you, if you're a new notary or even if you're a seasoned notary, I don't want that stuff to happen to you. So I want you to learn from my errors or my mistakes, and so you can be better and you can avoid that and make the most money as possible. Okay. And the other thing, just a side note about this aposty work is, I didn't mention this part, is I picked up 3 documents from a fellow notary that I'm going to be bringing her documents up to the Secretary of State. And I said, hey, let's just put them together and I'll get them back a lot faster because I have the secret document that gets these documents processed faster, and I'll be able to get yours done within a couple days or so. So, if you want to know that secret document, you can message me and I'll let you know. But anyway, for all of you that are, in aposty work, if you're trying to get into it, whatever, let me know if I can help you here. I go up to the Secretary of State all the time here in California. So if you have any California documents, I'll be happy to help get those processed for you. If you don't know anything about it, I can recommend a few people that teach aposty work and get you on the right track on there. I've taken 3 different courses, and each course provides different level of expertise. I don't want to say there's one better than the other, because everybody has the way they teach. Okay, so it depends on how you learn is how you'll benefit from each teacher. Okay, so with that, I am going to leave you for the evening. So I hope this was helpful. Like and subscribe if you liked it. Otherwise, don't like it and don't subscribe. Thanks. Have a great day, everyone.